The Unplug with Z podcast.
Within Islam, religion, with the internet and all these things, I mean, religion has just been muddled up. No one knows what's right and wrong, right? And that's a lot because of the internet.
I disagree. I would not say the internet is the main perpetrator.
Mhm.
I'd say the main perpetrator would be culture.
Yes.
Culture.
The way I look at it is growing up in a British Pakistani Muslim household family, there's a lot of things as a kid I thought, oh, this is religious, but at the same time, growing up, you then second guess and you're like, something exactly makes sense though. And then as I got older, I was able to realize, you know what, that's not what Islam was teaching, that's what Pakistani culture was teaching. And it's not just Pakistani culture, a lot of stuff is deep rooted from like Saudi culture as well, and it's migrated its way to Pakistan and all these other Islamic countries. And there's just a lot of things. Like one example I always use is women in Islam. In Islam, we put a lot of emphasis or value in women. They say when Allah is happy with you, He rewards a couple with a daughter, and He says one daughter is the equivalent to having 3 sons. So that should show you the importance of women. And it's like in Islam they say your mum is number 1, number 2, number 3.
What does mum always say? Heaven's at your mum's feet, or something.
Yeah,
Say?
heaven's at your mother's
Yes.
Heaven's at your mother's feet. So all Islam is very strong, it's very woman driven, but unfortunately, and especially in Western culture, they have you believing that stereotypically Islam is anti-women. They're second class citizens, and a lot of it derives from Saudi culture. In Saudi, there was a time when if couples would have a child, and if it wasn't a boy, they'd bury the child alive in this desert. If they had a daughter,
that's quite prominent all over the world. Even in China, you'd quite often see people drown their children just because they wanted a male to provide for the family. But that's just not right, is it?
Yeah, so it's like over the years, culture has kind of diluted the religion. The way I always see it is, remember the game as a kid, we used to call it Chinese whispers, but now it's called secret whispers, silent whispers.
What snowflakes?
Yeah, well, you have to be politically correct now, as they say.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cancel your podcast after one episode, Z. But it's like secret whispers or silent whispers. If I was to say the message, and it's the first original authentic message, and it's like Prophet Muhammad gave the first message. But as each generation takes on the message, it gets lost in translation, it gets taken out of context, people will have a hidden agenda. Sometimes when you play secret whispers, someone intentionally sabotages it, and that's the way religion is, not just Islamically, but Christianity, Judaism. What people don't realize is like these religions are kind of like software updates in a way. Judaism was like the first religion, but then as the generations and generations went by, the message got lost. So Allah sent down Prophet Isa salam, and introduced Christianity, like a new updated version of the religion. And it brought the Bible instead of the Torah, and it was to try and reinforce religion again. And again, it worked, but then again, it's just like, you look now in churches, they got all these painted pictures on the wall, and like glass windows with paintings and pictures. That's not authentic Christianity, but this is what the modern people think, and now the Christian Jesus is the Son of God. Like, this is culture taken over. So then Allah sends Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's the third and final reboot of religion, and now unfortunately a lot of things have gone astray again, culture. And I think unfortunately now it's like, days of Qiyamah come in, we got all the signs of judgment come in. That could be for another podcast episode. But I believe culture is the main perpetrator.
Yeah. So, and then let's link it back to how your original question on how the internet. So, it's both positive and negative again, because it's positive because once again the information is just right there at your fingertips. So you get all these original hadiths and stuff at your fingertips instead of just word by mouth. So you can research yourself instead of just being told by your local teacher who's from back home. You can actually do your own research, and you can actually get the true answers. But then also there are a lot of misinformation spread, people with hidden agendas, people just spreading false information from what they've been told. All this backwards culture has just been falsely spread. So you've also got to be careful of that online.
Internet overall, it's just a place where you got to be very careful. If you want to see more clips from this podcast, or you want to see other talking videos on my channel, please click up onto this playlist here, and also whilst you're at it, please subscribe.